Alright, Scholars, Earth and Space folks, we are going to spend a few minutes here just making sure you understand the details of your Semester 1 final project. It's going to encompass everything we've done so far this year, and there's a ton of resources here in the assignment itself. So the first thing you're going to want to do is look at the project details. You can see down here when I hover over, this is the document that has all of the details you need. So click on that first, and I just wanted to go over that so you have a basic sense of what the project is about. First, the assignment is that you're going to investigate one specific phase of a star's life cycle using a specific example. And then through that, we're going to incorporate everything we've learned throughout the course of the year. So the details of that, it is due on the day that you take the final exam. So that will depend on which class you're in. If you are A3, you will be on 12/16. A1 and A2, you'll be Monday the 14th. So that's on Wednesday of finals week. It is worth, as all exams are, 10% of your overall grade. So in reality, it really can't affect your grade a whole heck of a lot. If you're doing well in this class and you do poorly on this, it's only going to bring down your grade a little bit. And if you're doing poorly and you do really, really well, it will help your grade, but not as much as you probably think. So what's important to understand is do your best on this project, but that's really, it is what it is. Again, it's going to include information from all the units in the semester, and then we're going to do this in a Google slide format, and you're going to be presenting it on the day of the final exam. Two important things that you can either access through this details document, or if you go back here, one is the template. So when you click on that, it will open it up. It will be custom to you. So let's say your name is Steve Jones. It will say Steve Jones, Earth and Space Science, and it's a template. It has an outline, and this just explains basically the details of the project on each slide, and then you just go in and edit that information. The other thing you can do, so there was the template, is click on the exemplar. So you can go in and click on this other one, and what I've done is essentially give you a perfect set. And when I say perfect, I mean this would earn a full credit score. So it has pictures, it has all the information that is required. And then importantly, at the end, it has sources to everything I use. Sources to absolutely everything I use. So there are a few more things I want to mention. When you come and read through this, I'm going to leave it to you to read through each individual one of these. These numbers correspond to exactly the slides that are in the exemplar and in the template. Couple of things I've linked to. So when you get down here to providing information about the star life cycle, feel free to use some information from the key that I put together for one of the IPs we have done in the last couple of weeks, all about the star life cycle. There are a few other things I wanted to mention. So as you're working your way through this, you're just giving detail about the specifics of your object. So remember I mentioned I put together an exemplar set. So I did it for the red supergiant Betelgeuse. And so you'll just be filling in information very specific to your object. I wanted to mention something that I've noticed over the course of the year, which is that sometimes when I ask you to include images of your object, what I end up seeing are what are called artist's conceptions or artist renditions of the thing that you're looking at. It's really important that you take a look at this set of slides, which is linked in there. It's the difference between an artist's conception and a real actual image of the thing. I think maybe the most obvious example of that I've included in this set of slides is down here towards the bottom. This is an image from NASA talking all about a certain black hole called Cygnus X1. Now, this picture on the left, here you can see that it says optical. That means it was actually taken with a telescope, and it happens to be in this tiny, tiny red region here, whereas this artist's illustration, which it says both here in the picture and on the website that's linked right here, that this is not a real picture of a black hole. So it's really important to understand when you include information like the picture on the right that you should be clear it is not an actual picture of a black hole. Instead, this is the best picture that we have, and this is what we think it looks like if you get much closer. I have many more examples in this set of slides there. So In addition to including information about the cellular life cycle, you're also going to be talking about the data collection that we talked about back in Unit 3, naked eye observing that we talked about back in Unit 2, the nature of science, which we talked about all the way back in Unit 1, and then finally making sure that you're citing your source. So in this case, we're just going to have you include the links, no big deal, and we should be good to go from there. So everything that you need, that you could possibly need, is linked here. I wanted to just point out one final thing, which is this. So I put together, I think this has been available for a couple of projects that we've done, but what I've tried to do here is include some useful YouTube channels, some of which may apply, some of which may not, some websites, some podcasts, different places where you can get all kinds of really, really great information. So if you're not sure how to find out information beyond whatever's available on Wikipedia, this is a good place to go and look for it. That's all I've got for you folks. I just want to do a quick rundown of our project. And once again, if you're not sure where to begin, the two easiest places to go would be to look at my set of exemplar slides and then also take a look at this template. It's not required that you use this template, but I think if you use the template and you include all of the information I've asked for, you're going to do an excellent job on this project. Thanks so much, scholars. Good luck.